And I'm ready to just mix in some other stuff, and and come back to those.
You're ready to throw out the
favorites.
bad juju of your feelings for that stuff.
And there, actually, did you read about that? That's
No,
a beer.
Is there new? Yeah, there is a beer, bad juju.
But then they've made another just like extra bad juju or super juju or something like that. Left hand, right? That's left hand.
Yeah.
They've made another one that's, I don't know, double juju or something.
Double juju.
It's another one, but
Two bad jujus don't make a right.
That's right. They don't.
That would be
They make
funny.
a left hand. They're made by left hand.
That's pretty funny.
So anyway, there's probably a lot of incoherent stuff that doesn't necessarily. But I don't know where. I just, like I said, I got to that.
I think
point.
I think I've gotten to I'm in the mode right now as a beer drinker to just kind of shore this up a little bit. I'm in the mood right now for not necessarily looking for that uber expensive bottle of something. I'm looking for something that's a really good, just solid craft beer.
Right.
Like I said, that's just it's not like how many different things can we throw in it or at it, which I still love those. I've got a couple of those in my fridge that, like I said, one of them what was that one that you even bought one of, that one that Jason had brought over for the party. I don't think you didn't get to have it.
Oh no, the extremely angry beast.
I mean, that beer is amazing. And there's still ones like that I'll want. But yeah, I've gravitated toward more like, okay, what is the 6-pack seasonal that's out? What is that? Just like, oh wow, this is really good. I can enjoy a few of these, as opposed to you open that one thing and go like, wow, I enjoyed that. I wish I had a few more of those, but I'm not going to buy that price point of those more.
Right.
So
Right.
I think that's kind of where I'm at to some extent. But
Yeah.
it's good we're feeling these things. You know why?
Why?
Because we don't have a beer today.
That's right.
We have a wine.
That's
for
what's
this Give It a
inspired
Shot.
it. Yes.
And I'm we.
Let's give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. That's right. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage we're about today actually is a California Chardonnay called Pacific Grove. It is it's from Trader Joe's. That's,
Okay.
as you know, that's
Exclusive
where I
to
work.
Trader Joe's?
It is exclusive to
Okay.
Trader Joe's. It's kind of funny because I had a couple of customers last week that said Pacific Grove is a really nice area, but it is not a wine growing area. It's near Carmel. And both of them within like 20 minutes of each other. I had people say, "Oh, that's the area I'm from," and that's a neat label and that's a great name, but you don't grow grapes. You don't grow wine grapes in Pacific Grove. So, but once again, the name sounds good, and yeah,
so
it
someone
was,
at Trader
it was
Joe's
interesting.
didn't have all their facts.
Well, I don't know, or if they just thought, I'm going to go with, let's just go with this.
Definitely
neat
sounds
name.
like the label definitely is nice.
And it's not like Pacific Grove is saying these grapes are from there. They just thought that was funny.
Right.
This is a partially, no, this is a barrel. Let me try this again. This is a barrel fermented Chardonnay. It's not barrel aged, so it doesn't spend as much time in oak as some others might, but it does spend some time in oak. And then it
Okay.
undergoes malolactic fermentation.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
See, now the first part of what you said, I was kind of like, you'd already thrown out that this was in the reference shard area, so
Right.
I'm thinking buttery.
Well,
And when you're
yes.
already saying only somewhat fermented, I'm like,
Right.
oh.
But
not,
then
not so much on the
I
butter.
say malolactic.
But then you said malolactic. So
Yes.
you've brought me back.
So yeah,
All right.
So this is $5.99. This is currently I hope by the time this airs, which will hopefully be in just a couple
2 weeks. Yeah.
It is a limited quantity, but it is still available to order or to purchase if you wind up liking what you hear us say. And I told Andrew when we were discussing what to do or what to try, I said I have a Chardonnay that reminds me of our reference Chardonnay, which is one of my favorite white wines ever, which was the 2007 Napa River Chardonnay from Trader Joe's, which had been recommended to us by SoCal Dave. And the 208 was good, the 209 was good, but the 2007 just had all those things.
And we even did a comparison podcast on that too.
Yeah,
that was great. Yeah, we did that. You can look in the archives at AboutBeverages.com if you want to see those.
Yep.
I don't know if those got posted or not to YouTube. So, like I said, it was just a great balance of still getting some of the fruit in there. But like I said, for me, I've turned into a Chard drinker that I like a little of the buttery, creamy. I like that to come out. I like my La Crema. I like that one. That's usually the one I'll grab. So that's kind of the flavor I start to look for.
Yeah, so we're
$5.99 though. That's
$5.99. Yeah,
that's nice.
and that's actually the same price as the reference Chard.
Oh, interesting. Well, that is straw lightened up a little bit.
Yeah,
it's even light straw.
A lighter straw.
That's
color,
a lighter straw color.
Yeah.
This is nice too. We have a lot of people that actually work at Trader Joe's all around the country that do actually watch this and have been interested in different wines and tastings and things like this. So this is definitely a good thing since it's. I don't know how far all of these things go if they make it like probably lots of places have different exclusives, so this may not pertain to everyone.
There are different regions, and the different regions have access to different things. So and wine, it can be a little hit or miss, but
right.
This was in the Fearless Flyer. We had 17 wines in the Fearless Flyer this time around. Yeah,
that's a lot.
This was
Is that a record?
It's as far as I have been around. Yeah, that was definitely a record.
In my 10 years.
And there was the cool thing was a lot of good information. They gave you a lot of interesting facts and statistics about them. So, but
full disclosure, have you had this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have.
I assume
You have not.
I have not. No. What's the alcohol on this?
I have something I actually haven't looked at.
13%. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it seemed a little hot, jumped out at the nose. It seemed a little like there was some good vapors.
A little bit of that. Yeah.
The strength
yeah,
there.
we
but
just opened it up. I didn't have it chilling. It's just as room temperature.
Yeah, it is just room temperature.
You could do
That's
that.
a good note. Yeah, I usually like a light chill to my Chard.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There, you do get a little bit of that alcohol when you swirl that around.
I need to get a new wine fridge. Mine finally bit the dust a while back, and
oh, did it?
Just been kind of buying. Yeah, that same one. You had the same one for a while, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Yours
finally
lasted.
I came home and it was like the fan had stopped, and I cleaned it and took it apart, and no dice.
I
So
bought a 12.
I
There's,
need to get another one.
some good ones on Amazon.
Yours looks nice. I got to ask you about yours.
It's 12 bottle.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about that one. That one looked nice.
Well, if I buy a new one, you can have that one.
And then I get there's a little cream note in there at the very end. I'm trying to decipher what kind of, it's a little passion fruit.
Yeah,
I
there's
think.
some nice tropical.
Not quite as, it's not quite as perfumey as a passion. It's kind of more like the lower end of
Yeah, well, I think
fruit.
that.
I mean, it's not the perfumey part.
I think the creaminess or the kind of brings that down, or that butter, that note. I think.
Yeah, there's some other tropical fruits in there. Maybe a guava, not quite a mango. It's not going that kind of fruity.
No,
like I said, but yeah, there's definitely passion fruit. Maybe a little apricot.
More toward the
like that in
citrusy.
There. Yeah, a little like lighter citrus kind of things.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not. There's no peach in there. There's none of that. Like I said, yeah, it's more toward apricot, passion fruit. But it's very nice. I like it. And I'm glad I am getting a little bit of sweet, a little bit of cream in there at the end.
Yeah. I just hope I didn't oversell by saying, I'm not saying it is the reference Chard, but I'm saying it was reminiscent.
I'd have to go back to the text, but I believe you actually said better than.
No, I didn't say that.
Do you guys carry that one anymore? Like a new version of it?
Every once in a while,
Or is it
that
just
one will show up, but not regularly.
Never the same, or never as.
I haven't had it, but the last time it was in, people were saying that they were still as good as they remembered.
They're in their 90s though, and they couldn't remember last week.
Right. I remember having this when it was a red wine. Oh wait.
Oh wow.
That's old.
It's old. That's funny. That's hilarious. I really like that. It's a little more tart than I thought it was going to be. But there's definitely a smoothness on the finish that I like. There's a lot of vibrant, almost a little acidity in the front that I like. And like I said, definitely I get more of the apricot coming through. The passion fruit kind of dies down for me in the taste. So I get more of that coming through. And then at the very end, it finishes nice and soft.
Yes,
a little smoothness to it, which is what I like. And I think if you just did a little chill to this, it'd be even more perfect. Like I said, I think some of the alcohol that's coming through now is just because it is room temperature, or slightly warm,
and maybe the vapors might go away too. But yeah, it does leave like a nice sort of fruit residue, like on the inside of your mouth, where you just
but it
kind of
doesn't
get
dry
that
out my mouth at all, which is really nice. There's a little nice coating to it.
Yep.
It's not overly viscous. It's not super heavy on that, but like I said, but there is a nice coating there. I like it. That's good, especially for $6. I mean, that's really nice.
Well, that's what I like all different kinds of wine. I like all types of styles of Chardonnays and Cabs, and it just depends on, just depends on if it's a well-crafted wine or not. But this is the style of Chardonnay that I like. I really enjoy that. To me, that just gives it's a really nice experience. Not, you don't really get the oak or any wood from that. You just get the buttery or the creamy.
I could go for a little oak.
I don't mind oak, but
I could go for a little bit of that. Like I said, I think that'd be the only thing I would say. It could use a little more of that. But at this price, you're kind of not expected to find that. Like I said, because If something has to age longer, that's where the dollars come in. If something's gonna,
Goes back to our sour beer talk.
yeah,
before.
kind of. If you're gonna look for a cab it's 3 years or 4 years old and it's aged for 18 months, like that's gonna be a little more scratch.
Usually
Little
it
more-
is, yep.
Yeah, and like I said, if you can tolerate a younger wine, you can find a better buy. But I think this is 2013. You said?
Uh-huh.
I know I like this. This is really good. I really like that.
Does it remind you of the reference chard or no?
It's not quite as buttery.
Okay.
I think that one had a little bit more creaminess in it,
Okay.
and a little less of the fruit.
Okay.
That one had even more of a balance, and if it skewed one way, I think it had a little bit more, at least to my recollection, had a little bit more of that in it.
Okay.
But yeah, I see why you say it completely.
Okay, yep.
Like I said, because I think the balance is there in this one. This one the other one skewed, I think, a little on the sweet, creamy side. This one skews a little more toward the fruit side.
Fruit. Okay.
But no, like I said, both, very, very good.
And that little bit, like I said, a little chill might just add that
Yeah.
or balance that out a little bit more even too. But
Yeah, I think so.
but we always like to try things at the
Kinda,
proper
yeah,
temperature.
Yeah, kind of at room temperature.
Yes.
And what's also always at room temperature, even though that
Oh.
makes no sense whatsoever.
Whatever room you're in is room temperature.
That's right. Thanks, Stephen. Right is AboutBeverages.com, and that's where you can find the tasting notes as well as where this hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're visiting our website, definitely check out the links to all of our other social media stuff, or find out what we will be doing next. We always are letting people know at least a few days in advance, what we'll be tasting, what we'll be trying. So if you actually want to go out and are near that item, want to purchase it, drink along with us. At some point in the future, we will actually be doing something live where we'll give plenty of notice, and we'll try and get people in for a little Google Hangout or something, and actually maybe a little discussion might ensue with some of our friends from across the country or something like that.
That would be fun.
I think that would be really cool. So
Yeah.
that's what we're working toward. But until then, drink along with us and watch the show.
Yes.
But whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.